You are next, Toastmasters Siddhartha Churiwal.
Exactly 5 months and 11 days back, a tall, fair and handsome boy was led to his wedding altar by his parents. Altar, a place where in olden days sacrifices were made. But he knew that he was the chosen one, because whenever there would be function in his house, old aunts would come up to him and say, "You are next, you are next, you are next." He would get very tired and very frustrated with this constant gibbering because he was waiting for his dream girl. Apparently, and then what happened was his unfortunately one day there was a bereavement in his family, and he went to the funeral where he met the same old aunts, and he said, "You are next, you are next, you are next." Mr. Married Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters who have gone through the grand process of arranged marriage, and guests who wonder why this guy is saying all this, because I've lived the first 29 years of my life very happily, but for the past 1 year my parents have been constantly after my life to get me married, and today I'm here to tell you how I felt whenever I hear the word "you are next, you are next, you are next." And the most important thing I learned in the process. So about a year back, few days after my 29th birthday, my sister wakes me up, and then when I wake up, she tells me that some girl's parents and relatives are coming to see me. Okay, I get ready, and at the prescribed time, when my dad calls me to the living area, I see 10 pairs of eyes prying on me. I never had so many men checking me out at the same time. There were so many uncles that I couldn't even figure out who the girl's father was. After some small talk, this one uncle, who is fatter than the fattest guy that any one of you have ever met in your entire life, looks at my mild paunch and asks me this question: "Do you work out?" I replied no, but my inner sarcastic devil was saying, "No, but do you?" He then proceeds to ask me, "So, do you drink?" Occasionally, on occasions, this gave me an opportunity to ask him the same question. "So, does the girl drink?" "Arey, no. She's a very homely girl. Even though she has studied in America, she can't even tell the difference between wine and vodka." I said, "Really?" While my inner sarcastic devil was saying, "Really? Does she get that drunk that she can't even..." And then he asked me a very, very sensitive question. "So how old are you?" "I just turned 29 few days back." "Oh, so you are in your 30th year?" "Yes, you can say that." But my inner sarcastic devil was saying, 30th year? I don't abruptly grow 1 year old on my birthday. I just round up my age to the nearest integer. This uncle was so fat that he couldn't even bend enough to pick up a cup of tea. And suddenly his phone rang, wherein appeared that the person on the other line was asking for directions. And this guy had the most unique way of giving directions. He would say, "Turn left from Haldiram, then take a right from Bikaram. Keep going straight, you will see Tiwari Brothers. After some time, you will see Gokul Bhog behind Gangor restaurant, opposite which there is a fresh and natural ice cream. If you keep going straight and then make a right, you will see a very famous Italian restaurant called Fire and Ice." And thus, I realized the reason of his fatness. He gives directions based only on places where you can eat. Nonetheless, we decided to meet the girl. And when I was told to call her up and meet at a common place, she picked up the phone and started giving me directions. So turn left from Haldiram. I said to myself, who is next? Who is next? Who is next? The next proposal, I met a girl at the coffee shop of Grand Hayar. This proposal came through a so-called friend of my father, who sends proposals based not on how attractive the girl is, but on how attractive her mother is. After some small talk, she tells us that she is a hypnotherapist. Like a hypnotherapist. What does a hypnotherapist do? She explains that she cures people with physical, mental and emotional problem through hypnotism, and they don't have to take any medicine. I got a little scared. I wondered whether she will hypnotize me in saying yes. I was so scared that while talking I didn't even make eye contact with her. While we were talking, suddenly I felt that she's a mildly snobbish kind of a girl. And as soon as this thought came across my mind, she tells me that most of her friends think that She's a mildly snobbish kind of a girl. I was shocked. How can she think of the exact same words which is going through my mind right now? Does she have the capability of reading my thoughts? If she does, I don't want to get married to her right now. My cousin brother who was present with me that day said, the best one is always the next one. Only recently I overheard my father telling my mom that there is a proposal wherein the girl is 21. 21, I thought to myself, 21 years old, she like a kid to me. I'm okay with arranged marriage, but I'm not into child marriage. When I told my mom about my apprehension, she tells me, no you fool, she's not 21 years old. She's 21 as in she is pretty, which means that there is a rating system in Marwadis where 20 is the par number. 20 से थोड़ी 21 है. So that means if you are 21 you are above average, if you are 19 you are below average, if you are 18 you are below average, if you are 17 you should basically run away from her. Well, this year in January I met my wife and I said yes the very next day. Everyone was shocked again, and after that my marriage, my wife asked me this question, so why did you marry me? And I said, because I don't find any fault with you. And in that moment, that precise moment, that Kairos moment, I realized that I wasn't looking for my dream girl. I was looking for someone who wasn't a nightmare. Well, marriage season is coming soon. You will see me with my wife telling my younger brother, you are next, you are next.